Aaron Cantu here with President of Golden Boy Promotions, Eric Gomez. Thanks for taking the time today, Eric.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Good deal, Eric. Now, Jaime Munguia is moving up to 160 to face O'Sullivan. Is this a barometer fight for him in efforts to see how he does at this new weight class?
Yeah, obviously it's he's been fighting at 154 for a long time, and he wants to move up and challenge the big boys at 160.
Definitely. And since he's moving up for this fight from 154, does that mean he's going to vacate the WBO at 154?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's gonna start campaigning at 160.
Cool. And how do you think he will feel at this new weight? Do you think it'll give him some more power?
I think so. He's a big kid. When you meet him in person, you don't realize how big he is. He's really tall. He's about 6'1", 6 feet, 6'1". So he's a big kid, and he's been really struggling lately to get down to 154. So what happens to these fighters, especially the young ones, as soon as they move up in weight, they feel so much better. They feel energized again, stronger, faster. So I think it's going to be good for him.
Interesting. You don't want to keep a young kid from growing, obviously.
Yeah, no, that it depletes his energy, his power. When you squeeze them down in weight, there comes a time when they're not really losing any more fat, or there's all there is muscle now, and when you try to squeeze them down in weight, you start losing muscle, and that's when they get weak.
What do you expect from him in this fight against O'Sullivan?
It's going to be an interesting fight. Sullivan's a tough customer. He's very well schooled. He's a hard puncher himself. It's going to be very exciting while it lasts. Someone's going to get knocked out.
Good deal. Now, Canelo just knocked out Sergey Kovalev to be a 4-division world champion. Why do you think he should be deserving of pound-for-pound number one?
I just look at his track record. Look at who he's fought. He's fought the who's who in boxing. Way back when we put him in with Carlos Baldomir when he was like 19 years old. If you see how many world champions or former world champions he's fought, it's incredible. It's unmatched.
Definitely. He definitely has one of the best resumes in the game. Now, there's been a lot of talk on social media. I got to ask you what you think about this. What do you make of all the talk that the Kovalev fight was fixed?
That's ridiculous. That doesn't exist.
Good deal. And without money or politics involved, who as a fight fan would you like to see Canelo get in the ring with?
Wow. Triple G. I mean, those were because of the styles. Those were both, two very good, tough, very close fights. And the fans love it because of the styles. It was all action. It was back and forth. Both guys landed big punches. They're just exciting fights. They match up very well.
So you would like to see him in a trilogy against Triple G?
Yes, I would.
Good deal, good deal. Now I got to get your take because you're a prolific person in the sport. What was your reaction to Deontay Wilder stopping Luis Ortiz in the 7th with one right hand?
We worked with Deontay for 31 fights. There's no secret that he's a big puncher. When you fight him, you always have to look out for that right hand. I knew sooner or later he was going to land the big punch, and what was going to happen was whether Luis Ortiz can take it or not, and obviously he couldn't take it. So, it was impressive.
And do you think Deontay could go down as the most destructive puncher in boxing history?
I mean, there's a couple of guys he has to face still. He still has to face Joshua. He still has to face Ruiz. If you look at the fight with Fury, the first fight, he was losing most of the fight. I think that the knockdown really helped him there. But if he could get past those three guys, of course, why not?
Good deal. Last question. I mean, I talked to you about it before. You believe Ruiz may have Joshua's number. Do you think this fight goes 12?
I don't think so. I think someone's going to get knocked out, and I'm leaning on Ruiz. I just feel that he has the style to beat him.
You just think he has the perfect style to match up against Joshua and his skill set?
Well, what it is because of the height difference. He does what he did in the first fight and comes in underneath those punches, he'll be able to land his big bombs again.
And Eric, I know you know this because you know boxing. A lot of people are not even talking about the fact that Andy Ruiz has a low center of gravity. He stays low and he counterpunches. But having a low center of gravity is something a lot of heavyweights cannot account for, considering there's not too many guys his stature.
Same as Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson did the same thing when he fought the bigger guys. That's what made him so great. Same as Canelo. A lot of guys are taller than Canelo. You know, you got to be careful with those guys because they know how to come up from underneath and land their big punches. They're not trying to land from outside, from too far away. So, I mean, that's why I give Ruiz, I give him the edge in the rematch.
Good deal. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.